Hello, good people. This is Sam here at She Does the Most, and today I am decorating a spread for the week of April 10th. So, this week I chose to do kind of a performing arts type spread because my daughter actually starts piano on the 10th, and I wanted something that kind of encompasses all of the activities that she has done over the years. So let's get into it.
Try, baby. I know you can.
So here I am whiting out the top, and I'm going to be using this transfer paper that is wood paneled. Now, for anyone that has seen my other videos, I actually love these transfer sheets. They go on very easily, and I love the various wood tones. So if you look back at some of my other videos, you see that I have done 2 other stains of wood. But like I said before, I chose this spread because my daughter has done various activities over the years, and she started off at 17 months in ballet. So she was actually too young for the program, but I begged for her to be able to start early just because I believe that starting early was just really going to set her life off right. And I lived about an hour away from this dance studio, so every Saturday morning I drove an hour in order for her to do ballet and tap, I believe. And I included some pictures of her during practice, but also her at her final recital. So she was in a really cute red sequins outfit. And she did not perform well, of course, at a year old, but she went out on that stage and she looked really cute, and she tried her best, and they coaxed her out with a lollipop, and I was able to be the backstage mom during that performance, and it just gave everything that it needed to give. And so that pretty much started her off with being exposed to a lot of different activities. I wanted her to be able to try a lot of different things, and hopefully something sticked. It landed, it resonated with her. And so that is the goal. So she's still going through quite a little bit of activities. So she stayed in ballet and tap for quite a while until we moved counties when we bought our home, and I wanted to try her out with soccer. And so she was not very excited because soccer did not have the pretty outfits and the glitz and glam that ballet did. But I, had her sign up for a season, and she went through that season and she actually did really well. If I regret anything, it's not keeping her in soccer, because towards the end she became really competitive, and I wanted her to have something that was just a little bit more physically active. So we tried to do the soccer, but eventually she wasn't that interested, and she moved into her next activity, which was tennis. So I received an email for a free tennis program or session, and the students were supposed to come out and they got a free racket and free training. And we were actually late, so I wasn't sure that I wanted to go, but she was really excited to try it. So we went to that free session and ended up signing up for her to do regular tennis lessons. Through speaking to the director at the time, I actually started volunteering with them through their academic support section of this company. And was offered a director position for their STEM program. So it's really fortunate that just a random email for free tennis lessons. I was not married to tennis or had really any interest, but I was willing to have her try it out. So her pawpaw is really into soccer and really into tennis, so he was very excited for those last two activities. And he came to pretty much every practice, brought her to a lot of practice when I was busy with DJ being sick and things like that. So she did tennis for about a year or two until she lost interest. So it was coming up on the winter season, and it was a little challenging for me and my family to be able to bring her to outdoor tennis practice. So she stopped attending, and her interest fizzled out, and she didn't want to pick back up on tennis. So I'm not exactly sure how I found this other program, but she wanted to get back into performing arts like dance, and I wanted her to do something that was a little bit more physically challenging. So I signed her up for like acrobatics, hip hop dance. She still did ballet, and she went into it and she really loved it. And then with this company, they had a performing arts troupe. Oh, it was a musical theater troupe. So they had auditions for Moana Jr. So we decided to audition for it, and we were hoping that she would get something like, hey, hey. I just wanted her to get a role. So we had to stand outside the door and literally wait for them to post the call sheet. And we looked at the call sheet and we went down all the supporting characters, and I didn't see her name, and I was like, oh, she didn't get anything. This is going to be so devastating for her. And we look at the first page, and I noticed that there's a second page behind it, and we flip the page and we look and we finally see her name, and under the position it says that she was cast as baby Moana. And we were just screaming and so excited because we did not anticipate that she was going to get one of the lead roles. So baby Moana is just in the beginning, but she literally starts out the show and she has a solo where she runs down the aisle by herself, gets on stage. She's now in the water. She's dancing in the middle of the water dance actors. And it was really a good experience. We were so excited. And so she really loved musical theater. She wanted to go out for Lion King Jr., but it was not a great time for us. So we do plan on keeping her in musical theater, but I do want to incorporate something with some more physical activity. So her school started offering after-school programs, and one of the programs that we signed her up for was piano. So I've always wanted her to play the violin, but the violin lessons were so expensive. But her school offered affordable piano. So now she is starting with that to get some musical experience. Okay, this is the end of the spread. Thank you guys for watching, and please consider helping this small channel out by hitting the subscribe button. I will see you guys again in the next one.